Vince,
Nice
welcome
to
back
see
to
you.
Chicago.
Great to be here
How
with
are
you.
you? I'm jealous
Good.
that you're wearing the Cubs. I would have myself.
How are you? Right on.
So, first, gotta tell you, I just saw Hacksaw Ridge yesterday, and I have never been so emotionally invested while watching a film. Like, director Mel Gibson called it a love story, but it's a love story of almost like a humans helping humans to extent. I know it's a war film, but it's an amazing. It's hard to believe it's a true story.
It really is, you know. It is a true story. When it came across my desk, I had never heard of it.
Sure.
And it's just remarkable what this guy did, what he
Yeah.
accomplished. I mean, and the way that he did it, he really was wanting to go and help out with the war and be a medic.
Yeah.
And wanted to save lives, but didn't want to take lives and refused to carry a gun.
Yeah.
And of course, the accomplishments that he did, you can't believe it.
75 people he saved.
He had Mel actually took down, didn't put all of it in because it's just too unbelievable.
Sure.
But also, you know, there's a scene in there where he wanted to heal the enemy as well. He just saw people. You know, war is something, you know, I wish we weren't involved in any of them ever. And it feels like we don't learn our lesson. Every now and then we take a break and then we find ourselves back in it. And it reduces most men to the lowest level. And somehow this guy, you know, had a real conviction and faith, and he kind of elevated and was able to consistently, you know, not just in one moment do something, but consistently, you know, go and put himself in harm's way to help his own soldiers, and also to go and try to help people on the other side. He just saw people, which I think is something that's very inspiring.
Yeah, and Sergeant Howell, I think, is a hero kind of in himself, you know, in the film. He did a lot of great things in there too, and you brought such great grit, but also humor in there. And when I told people I was going to be interviewing Vince Vaughn, everybody's first, you know, response is, "Oh my God, he's so funny," which you are. But you also know how to do dramatics, and a lot of people forget about that sometimes. So these days, what matters to Vince Vaughn? Like, what kind of role does he go for?
Well, this was a great role. I mean, the movie's so good, and the part was great. You know, the job of the drill sergeant is to make them a unit, and these are your kids. You're taking them to battle. You want them to stay alive, so you really have to try to reach them.
Yeah.
So a little sense of humor is good, because you don't want them to go tone deaf.
Yeah.
But you have to be tough and gritty, and so the part allowed for a lot of different colors, if you will. I got to show a lot of different aspects, which was, you know, always nice to do.
Good.
And I thought Andrew Garfield was just tremendous. The lead actor was incredible, and
your whole ensemble cast was great.
yeah, everyone was terrific in the movie, and you know, I think it's a testament to Mel putting the movie together. It just turned out to be, you know, such a powerful story. And to be honest with you, nowadays, if something doesn't have a sequel, they kind of throw it out. You know, they're looking for a franchise. So to see a real human story about someone that's kind of humble, who.
And this is a great standalone film.
Standalone film. It's nice to be a part of something like that.
Good. So I have to tell you, actually, I'm really good friends with your mom.
Oh yeah,
Shay.
great.
I did this TV segment a few years ago on her life and wellness class, and she actually wanted me to show you this. I talked to her this morning and yesterday. This is us doing a workout together.
That's awesome.
So we're really good friends, and you grew up with her in Buffalo Grove and Lake Forest and her sisters. But then you guys have all moved to the West Coast. And we love when you come back and forth to Chicago, but recently you actually really made roots on the West. So what made you decide finally to really make Chicago time to depart?
Well, I came back here actually when I had kids to raise the kids here, but I have a very active production company in California. So with the production company, I was just flying back and forth so much that I was spending so much time in the plane. But my daughter was born here. We come back all the time.
And we love every time you do.
We love coming back.
The Cubs, you come back?
And yeah, I definitely bring my kids to the World Series. It's funny because I had some friends saying, well, they don't even understand.
Doesn't matter.
And I said, I don't want them to.
Photos.
I hope they only know the life of the Cubs winning. I said, why should I belabor them with that?
For sure.
They're so excited. Their team is in the championship. Let them enjoy it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you could go back to the 18-year-old Vince who left Lake Forest after high school and went to Hollywood, what advice would you give him knowing everything you have done and know now?
Well, I was very lucky for the training I got here in Chicago. You know, in Chicago, there's such great culture and arts. We had talked about it prior to the cameras rolling. The museums are incredible, but the acting classes were great. And, you know, you were really training here to get better at your craft. There was no hoping to get put on a TV show. So I moved out. I had success here and had great training. And then I thought, you know, like a lot of the young actors I met, we were just hoping to get a part, you know, a couple lines in a show or a scene or something like that. So I was really glad that I would say to anyone out there, you know, try to follow your bliss, the thing that you kind of enjoy. Do that, you know, whether it's exercise or whatever, because it doesn't feel like work as much. You put a lot of hours into it, but at least you enjoy it. And you're going to have ups and downs, but if you love it,
passion.
Yeah, if you love it, if you have a passion for it, then it's easier to go when things are going well or going bad. You can kind of, at least you're enjoying it.
That's great to hear. Well, I want to do one last thing for you. I want to do something special for you. So
Okay.
I called my friends over. I want to look for something that I could do for you. So actually, I Googled Howell and Chicago. And I forgot that Magmillion has Howells and Hood, which is like a burger place. It's a great restaurant.
Yeah.
So actually, I just called them, telling them what I was doing. And I got you a burger, which is called their Howell burger. It's called the Howells. But my
dear.
thing is, I told them, so this is for you. It's a burger inside there.
Thank you so much.
And I told them for November 4th, which is the day that Hacksaw Ridge comes out on theaters, they're going to change, for anybody that wants to come in and ask for the burger, it's going to be called the Sergeant Howell.
That's terrific.
So I hope you enjoy. I hope you
I
come back
really
for the
do.
4th. Maybe you're sticking around after a World Series, hopefully from the Cubs.
I hope so. I hope so.
Very
Fingers
nice to
crossed.
meet you.
Such a
and
pleasure.
Enjoy Chicago.
I will, and I'll tell my mom you said hi.
Please do.
Thank you for this.
Of course.
Thanks, dude. That's
Yeah, you're
awesome.
welcome.